Peter O'Sullivan.
And they're running with GA, the leader in the early stages. They come to the first of the 15 fences. GA lands in the lead from Duty. They're all safely over the first. Gillipadraig is the back marker. GA is the leader. From Duty and the Argonaut with Townley Stone up there on the inside. Wilshope towards the outer, then comes Smart Tar, and then Warner for Leisure. And still Gillipadraig, the back marker. One from rear is Jim Thorpe. And the leader still is GA, clear of Duty. Smart Tar, Townley Stone on the inside. Then comes Welsh Oak and the Argonaut as they jump the third. Pegwell Bay was next. Ace of Spies has dropped back to last. GA with a long run now towards the next. Give me a chance to tell you that Floyd won the Food Brokers Premier fighting fifth at Newcastle from the odds-on favourite Celtic Chief. And back here in the Mackeson, the 29th running of the Mackeson, these winners of 113 races between them, being led by GA as they race towards the next. GA and G. Armitage from Duty. Behind Duty, to the outside of Duty, is Welsh Oak running strongly. Smart Tars just behind him, and then comes Townley Stone, and then the Argonaut as they jump the fourth. Mistake there by Jim Thorpe at the fourth, coming down to the next. GA still with the advantage from Welsh Oak, the grey, right up there on the outside. Behind them, Pegwell Bay has made good progress between horses. Then comes Duty, Smart Tar, and Townley Stone. And behind them, Commoner King and Warner for Leisure. Quite a long run to the next. That'll be the final fence on the next circuit with GA leading. Pegwell Bay now in second. Welsh Oak comes next, then Duty. Then Smart Tar on the far side with Townley Stone, followed by Gillipadraig, who's made good ground over the sixth. GA and Pegwell Bay in the lead there. Jim Thorpe has dropped back to last. Pegwell Bay and GA disputing it now. From Townley Stone and Smart Tar, then comes Gillipadraig and Duty behind them. Warner for Leisure, then Commoner King, and then comes Welsh Oak, and then the Argonaut, then Bishop's Yarn and Ace of Spies, and Jim Thorpe, the back marker, as they go out into the country, led again by GA from Pegwell Bay. Behind Pegwell Bay is Townley Stone on the inside of Smart Tar, then Duty, then Gillipadraig, and on the outside of Gillipadraig is Commoner King with Warner for Leisure on the inner. Jim Thorpe has made quite good ground. Bishop's Yarn comes next, then Welsh Oak, who's lost ground over the eighth there, and it was Pegwell Bay who led, and they're all still standing. Pegwell Bay the leader now from GA, Townley Stone on the inner. Gillipadraig rather in fourth as they come to the water. Pegwell Bay landed in the lead over the water from GA in second, then Townley Stone, then Gillipadraig, then Duty, then Commoner King and Smart Tar, then Welsh Oak. This is the first of the ditches. Pegwell Bay landed in the lead over the first ditch, and they're all safely over it with Ace of Spies, the back marker. Pegwell Bay the leader. Gillipadraig right up there on the outside over the 11th. He jumps it second. Townley Stone jumps it third. Four's Duty. Five, Commoner King making significant progress. GA comes next, and then comes Bishop's Yarn. Behind Bishop's Yarn is Smart Tar, Welsh Oak, Jim Thorpe, then the Argonaut, then Warner for Leisure, finally Ace for Spies. This is the final ditch. Four from home. Pegwell Bay landed in the lead from Gillipadraig, who was second. Townley Stone third. Commoner King moves into fourth, just ahead of Duty on the outside. Making progress now is Jim Thorpe, just ahead of Bishop's Yarn as they begin the run down the hill. Pegwell Bay's the leader from Gillipadraig. Then comes Duty. Then on the inside, it's Townley Stone. Then making progress. Just behind them is Commoner King with Jim Thorpe trying to get on terms. Pegwell Bay now being pressed by Gillipadraig, Townley Stone and Duty, and these four disputing the lead now at the third last. And Gillipadraig landed. Commoner King is a faller there. Gillipadraig landed factually in the lead. Pegwell Bay is fighting his way back on the inner. Duty's going strongly on the outside. Townley Stone's in fourth, and these four are now ahead of Jim Thorpe at the second last. Gillipadraig and Pegwell Bay. Mistake by Gillipadraig there has given the advantage once again to Pegwell Bay. Pegwell Bay, the Newbury specialist, storms into the lead now here at Cheltenham in the Mackeson Gold Cup from Duty in second. Then comes Townley Stone and Gillipadraig. Pegwell Bay coming to it clear, written by Peter Scudamore, the champion jockey. Pegwell Bay is going to jump it three clear. Pegwell Bay lands ahead of Duty, who jumps it second. Townley Stone third. Jim Thorpe finishing well in fourth, racing up towards the line, and Pegwell Bay is going to win the 29th running of the Mackeson Gold Cup. Pegwell Bay is a long way clear, passes the line. The easy winner, Duty, is just just going to be second ahead of Townley Stone with Jim Thorpe third. So it's Pegwell Way from Doody, Townley Stone and Jim Thorpe. That's the result of the 1988 Mackeson Gold Cup. First, number 5, Pegwell Bay, owned by Major A.K. Barlow, trained by Captain Tim Forster and ridden by Peter Scudamore. Second was number 17, Doody, owned by Mr. John Halewood, trained by Reg Akehurst and ridden by Dale McKeown. And the judges call for a photo for third place between number 13, Townley Stone, and number 2, Jim Thorpe. But this is the winner, Pegwell Bay, winner now of 7 of his 17 races. Never won here before, never won at Cheltenham. A great Newbury specialist, a marvellous triumph for Peter Scudamore, whose father trained the winner, Brusley, back in 1974. And this Peter's 66th winner of the season.
Comrade King was just on the heels of the leaders of the fence coming down the hill with the noseband in about 6th place. But he just dived at it, stood back too far, hit the top, crumpled on landing, and that was a typical Cheltenham downhill fall. And how good to see Mark Dwyer getting up, because as you can see, he skidded about 15 yards after the fence. Well, Pegwell Bay had taken up the lead at the 7th fence, the fence before the water. May have been fractionally headed for a few moments by Gillipedreig, but this fence sees the end of Gillipedreig's chance. As you can see, he crashed through that in 3rd place, and that was the end of him. On the outside, though, Doody was looking a really serious threat coming down the hill, and the punters who took 33 to 1 early in the week must have been really on good terms with themselves. But as they came off the elbow, Peter Scudamore, who'd ridden such a beautiful race on this horse, hugged the inside practically all the way, just had that 2 or 3 length advantage, and coming to the last, Scoo, who's in such fantastic form, knew he just had to jump it to win, asked his fellow to come up, and didn't he just come up? Doody, tired now, just clipped the fence, and that was the end of his challenge. They're queuing up the challenge for 3rd place. Back there is the favourite, Jim Thorpe, who was never really in contention. He made a bad mistake at the 4th fence. He dropped back to last. But up front, nothing would have beaten Pegwell Bay today. The first time that he's won at Cheltenham, he'd won 5 out of his 6 races previously at Newbury. Today he's done it